finally, Bruce drop him off. Weird, lame, hating ass is back. And I guess now he hating on BenDaDonnn for some weird reason. I don't know. I'm getting kind of tired of Bruce drop him off. But let's see what's going on on the vid chat. Do your homework on the vid chat. Drop bombs on them.
I always talk about a big bro method and this method when y'all thinking pressed over some when my been going on. I got some going. Yo, I ain't
gonna lie. It's just a funny when that Bruce said it.
Yeah, but I ain't never seen that outside. We talking about who don't be outside. I'm not hard to find, man. You know what I'm saying?
So this is hilarious because a little bit of context. BruceDropEmOff, and this is why I think BruceDropEmOff needs to be ranked a lot higher in Complex's list of their top streamers.
No,
because he's not even talking or interacting with any of these people, and what he said, like 2 weeks ago, is still making waves. And this all started on May 4th when Bruce would call out your rage.
Oh God, if I'm 28 years old and I'm calling the girl a little sis and she's like 18 going on 19, bro. Oh my God, that's just crazy, bro. Yo, like if you got a little sis your way into some gang, you are crazy. You're crazy, little sis. Gang, what are you talking about, lil sis? You're trying to lil sis your way into some pussy, bro? I'ma just say that. I'm gonna say the quiet part out loud. I've never given a f. At 30, bro, you're supposed to just be straight up, you know what I'm saying? F all the little sis, Hello Kitty, bro, you know? It worked.
I don't know. He just corny as hell to me. You know what I'm saying? It's not funny. You feel me? It's not funny. It's not like he ain't even making no jokes. He just corny, gang. And he always I don't like the nigga. I don't like him.
Yeah, you trying to come to the crib, watch anime, go get some boba. Jet 28. No, I'm seeing it, gang. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it, bro. No, what's happening?
So here, Bruce is telling your rage, and he starts this narrative, which spirals so much out.
And that's the problem. Stop starting narratives, bro. Stop starting these narratives, and then you got these fanboys in your chat spreading these clips and spreading these narratives. Now the whole internet think that he on some weird shit with this girl because of what you said. Like, that's the shit I don't rock with, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's the shit I don't rock. Now listen, we content creators, be funny, tell the jokes all you want to. You feel me? And I don't really think nothing should be taken serious. And I ain't talking about Bruce DropEmOff the person. I'm talking about Bruce DropEmOff the character. I don't like the nigga, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't like him. Hold on, I muted my shit.
Starts this narrative which spirals so much out of control, where he's trying to little sis his way into getting with Yana. And what does this cause? It causes a ripple effect of a lot of fans of these streamers to start looking up clips of like, yo, this is like some little sis stuff, and your rage is just behaving weird, not towards the girl or anything, but he's just clips out of context that you're like, whoa, what the hell is that? And it's also the concept of the lil sis. It's like, where's the lil bro? And this caused people to look at BenDaDonnn, because he would even get mentioned in someone completely out of his sphere's chat, and that is Valkyrie.
BenDaDonnn is 40 and always collabs with Yana. I mean, I'm not sure who that is, but is that weird? No. Oh, he's a comedian? I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, I'm trying to figure out like what's appropriate for like collabs, you know? I'm trying to avoid clips and, you know.
Listen, y'all, YouTube and Meta might owe you up to $1,000 if you or your child grew up on social media. If you or your child spent years growing up on social media and experienced serious mental health issues, you should hear this. Recently, a jury just ordered Meta and YouTube to pay millions for their role in designing and promoting addictive platforms. They know that their apps can cause anxiety, depression, or body image issues, but they never shared those risks with us. They never made us sign anything that we knew the risk They just maximize their profits. And the recent historic verdict underscores the consequences of those decisions. But you better not worry. Morgan & Morgan is stepping up to hold these platforms accountable for the harm that they have caused. Click the link in my bio to take a very short questionnaire quiz because you might be entitled to a potential recovery of over $1,000.
That side of the internet moving forward. So we'll see.
So Valkyrie is
honestly, I understand what people are saying. This is how I feel about it. I looked it up on Google. It say BenDaDonnn is 38 years old, right? When I grew up, I watched iCarly, I watched Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, just 2 shows to give you an example. If you watch Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, you know Mr. Mosby. You know Zack and Cody's mom. You know Esteban Julio Recordo Ramirez. If you watch iCarly, you know Spencer. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Every kid show, every younger person show got adults on it, bro. And I feel like that's all they doing. Y'all look at it so weird because for some reason y'all don't look at streaming and content creating the same that y'all look at TV shows and movies, but it's the same shit. It's just a different format. So if BenDaDonnn is collaborating with a girl who's 18, 19, number one, she's grown. He not out here collaborating with no kids, folks. You feel me? He not So let's stop trying to make it weird, though. Let's stop trying to make it weird, though. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got no videos, no clips of BenDaDonnn walking in the hotel room by himself. Every time we see BenDaDonnn do something with somebody younger, he collaborate and then he leave. You see what I'm saying? Now, for me, BenDaDonnn 38 years old. Am I going to be still walking around here doing this, doing that, collabing with this person, doing this, that, the third at 38 years old? No. That's me, though. I'm an old soul. I'm not doing that at 27. I'll be 28. I'm spitting like a mother. I ain't doing it at 28, let alone 38. So you do your homework on it. But let's stop trying to make it seem like he's weird or your age is weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, they working, bro. They both stream. It's not like they got some random 18, 19-year-old girl, you know what I'm saying, that just off the street and they just kicking it. No, they got another streamer, bro. Just like the adults on them kid shows are with other actors. They not just hanging out with, you know what I'm saying? So let's stop making everything weird. Like, that's all I want to say, bro. Can we stop just making everything fucking weird?
35-year-old woman who's a live streamer, and she's going through a crisis. She has a stranger plea. You've heard of people pleasers, right? Where you're like, oh, you want to make other people feel good. Sometimes you can screw yourself over in the process. Well, Valkyrie is a stranger pleaser. These strangers in her chat, or just strangers that don't watch her on social media, she is terrified of getting backlash from them. So when she got asked for a collaboration, or by the team or whoever, from Yana, who's 19 years old, she blew up a lot after the streamer universe.
So her team is reaching out to these people. That makes it even more regular, bro. If her team is reaching out to these people for collabs and they doing streams together, bro, and plus the girl is grown. She not some 13-year-old girl. She grown. The fuck?
Who's 19 years old. She blew up a lot after the Streamer University legendary event. By the way, one of the greatest events of all time, even though I didn't really watch much of it, but the outcome, it's undeniable. So people are saying, well, why is there an issue of you playing video games with her? Like, why is the age thing even come up? And then people say, yo, BenDaDonn's 40 and he's doing this. BenDaDonn's not 40. He's like 36 or 34 or something like that. So now BenDaDonnn gets brought into this conversation. And then a lot of clips start circulating around BenDaDonnn. And another individual that's in between Bruce and BenDaDonnn is Academics. Okay. So Academics, he would amplify the message that Bruce was sending out, which is, come on, y'all stop capping. You know, if these little cis chicks that are throwing you something, if they were throwing it your way, you would take it. And honest to God, when it comes to your rage, I would say no. When it comes to BenDaDonnn, I would say yes, but this is the caveat here. BenDaDonnn is not saying that he's lil sissing anybody. He's just kicking it. But Academics would be like, yo, your rage, come on, stop capping about that. And he would call BenDaDonnn and talk to him about the lil sis stuff.
Okay.
You need to stop. Hey. Academics.
braids is hanging on by a limb.
I'm tapped in your stream right now. I'm trying to learn the big bro method right now.
I don't do the big bro method.
Oh, hell no.
Cap is over here, bro.
Oh, stop.
Cap is over here.
Oh, it's 3 of them.
What'd he say?
Ain't that Boston
He's
Richie?
still
He talking about some.
Let me see. You still talking?
Nah, I'm just trying to see my man Ben do the big bro method.
It's not.
It's no big bro method.
My man's here, and these are my friends.
All the guys here too. It ain't. They said pull up and stream. I said bet I wouldn't do it. But smoking it. Oh yeah, man.
He's trying to change the topic.
Huh?
So this was done with Samaya. Samaya, who is currently, at least, No Cap's girlfriend again. She's 20 years old. And BenDaDonnn was just hanging out with Yana previously, doing some dancing around.
You ready?
What the hell is he wearing? That nigga look like a... What the fuck is he wearing, bro? Okay, we already just seen
Fans
these
and
niggas
people
dancing.
online generally started spreading around like, yo, this is kind of weird.
No,
I
it's
don't
not.
really think it's that weird when you take the full context of the stream, but they're like, yo, this guy's dressed up, tap dancing with this 19-year-old. He's with this 20-year-old. And I don't know why it's such a big deal, because BenDaDonnn has been vocal about what he does. He says, listen, Ruby Rose, that's my homegirl. Ari, the Don, that's my homegirl.
But those people he's talking about are close in age. I'm pretty sure both of them are over 30. You know what I'm saying? Like, when he say homegirl, I don't think he pulling up at the spot, kicking it, just him and her. I don't think they going on movies together and shit like that. But when they see each other, they kick it. They probably be in the club together. He probably know her boyfriend or whatever the case was. Like, come on, bro. Like, this streamer shit is like a big-ass high school for real, bro. It's like a grown-up, big-ass high school. So you gonna know people, especially if you an outside person like these people. They in the club, they doing this, they doing that. Like, y'all gotta stop. What's the fuck is weird about him dancing on camera with a girl that's grown? The girl ain't 14, bro. The girl is old enough. So let me tell you something, bro. Even if he was trying to hit that ass, what the fuck do that got to do with me? It's two consenting adults. You feel me? So, nigga, he ain't on no R. Kelly. Listen, bro. We could talk about whatever you want to talk about. Do I think a 38-year-old man should be dating a 19-year-old woman in most cases? No. But if they having sex, they both consenting adults. This ain't no little ass, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, that ain't my business, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. That's not, like, it don't concern me. It don't change nothing. And it's not nothing egregious or disgusting to the point where I feel like we gotta call a popo.
Call the popo, huh?
It's just not, shorty. It's just not. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not. Me personally, my wife, 3 years younger than me. Perfect age. You feel me? Perfect age. He just said, I'll be 28, she'll be 25. That's great for me. But, like, I don't know. Niggas be on some weird shit. If I was 30, bro, I wouldn't be talking to no girl who 30 either. I'm gonna go get me a 25, 20, you know what I'm saying?
Whatever popular influencer chick. These are my homegirls. I've never done anything. Oh, Sexy Red too, I think. These are my homegirls. I've never done anything with them, and I'm not interested in doing anything with them. And he would even talk about a clip that I wasn't able to find where he says, listen, they have homegirls that are fine, and, you know, I'll deal with their homegirls. But I'm not trying to mix this relationship and turn it into something it's not, which is actually very smart by him. He keeps his content relationships just content. People can think whatever they want out of that
let them
dynamic.
think whatever.
But the point is here, now BenDaDonnn is feeling the heat. And he talks about, yo, this guy's never outside. And BruceDropEmOff responds.
Oh, he
and
responded.
He says, the fact I'm sitting in my $1 million crib and not, is it $1 million crib? If it's $1 million crib in Atlanta, it's got to be a castle. Because you see what Boosie got for like $1 million or something like that? And Atlanta is just
I ain't gonna lie,
up.
$1 million crib, nigga. I'm in Miami. My crib 4. His shit probably just as big as mine. For real. You know what I'm saying? But I got other shit that I ain't gonna say online that make my shit, you know what I'm saying, a little bit. You feel me? But
Forrest. But yeah, Bruce, we know Bruce is rich, man. Bruce is a streaming. Do I want to put legend on his name in this sphere? WL community, if you want to call it that. Yeah, Bruce is above your age. I'm keeping it stacked and not doing this at my big young age. I'm doing something right. He says,
what the fuck does that have to do with what he said?
So clearly here, Bruce, and this is Bruce's alt account.
What does this have to do with what BenDaDonnn said? BenDaDonnn said, "You not outside. You never seen me around these people. You never met me. You never seen me to even have an accurate opinion." That's all he was trying to say. What the fuck do you got to do? What does that have to do with you and your $1 million? Okay, congratulations. You got a $1 million career, bro. Good job. You made it. What the fuck does it have to do with what he just said? The fact I'm sitting in my $1 million crib and not doing this at my big young age, I'm doing something right. What are you talking about? I guarantee, and niggas like Bruce, I guarantee you, it's some skeletons in his. I can almost guarantee you, it's some skeletons in his closet, shorty. You feel me? I can almost guarantee you because you talk too crazy about everybody. You got a problem with everything everybody do. Like fuck, and it's not even. It don't even be funny. It just be like a hate train, folks. It just be a big ass, like, you just hating, shorty. That's the only thing I can say. It's just you hating, you starting narratives, and you know what you doing. You know what I'm saying? And you still doing it because at the end of the day, you're going to keep going viral. But it's like, gang, stop doing that weird shit. This shit, like, one thing I learned, bro, like, when you start narratives like that, and you try to call niggas weirdos and say they doing the big bro method and all this bullshit, like, bro, that shit can fuck with people's real reputation, bro. Like, that shit can really fuck with people in real life. You feel me? And niggas got to stop just being able to say any crazy thing like that, gang. Like, I don't think I ever got on here and accused nobody. Only person I accuse of being a straight weirdo is the Shay Freaky Diddy Freaky Frost. And that's because I done seen in person him being weird. I done seen, not in person, but I seen in my face videos of him being weird. Like, to multiple women multiple times. So it's like, that's different. But saying it's two people I'd never met before ever in life, trying to tell them what they got going on in their life, gang, that's weird.
What does he think about these guys calling him out? Well, he dealt with the same issue with DDG because he started clowning DDG again. DDG is very tight with BruceDropEmOff.
To go to Paris to link a so he could ask me, bruh, Bruce, why you don't like me, bruh? Get the out of my face! What are we, 13, gang? Bruh, this is checking the temperature. Bruh, so why you be saying the things that you say? Why you don't like me, bruh? What are you gonna do, Daryl? Kill me? You're gonna kill me? You're gonna kill me. Bro, stop. You're gonna lay hands on me? Huh? You're gonna lay hands on me? I know. Ooh, I know you know how to fight. I know it. I'm not gonna lie. We done seen.
I want to check it. That's all I want to do. I just want to check your temp. That's all I want to do.
Okay, come on.
So here, Bruce has made it clear and says like, yo, you guys, well, what are you going to do? Beat me up? And this is the problem. I do have an issue with this whole like, yo, he's never outside. I'm outside. You know where you can find me. Well, this is the thing. Bruce, and I called out Bruce for this when it comes to the DDG situation, but the situation with BenDaDonnn is completely different. Bruce has no issue with BenDaDonnn. He's never spoken on BenDaDonnn at all. He's just had comments on someone that's like, oh, 28, 29, your age, basically. And I don't know if they've ever had a relationship. So in BenDaDonn's mind, he can be found anywhere. So what is it that you're expecting? For Bruce to fly out to wherever you are and show up and tell you what? He's never even addressed you. You just got addressed because of a theme.
That's not what the fuck he's saying, bro. What are you talking about? That's not what BenDaDonnn is saying. BenDaDonnn is saying that. I think BenDaDonnn is saying he's not outside, so how the fuck do you have an opinion on some niggas you never really been around? How you gonna tell me what I'm doing with this girl and that girl and this girl and you've never been around ever? You've never even been around for 5 minutes to even observe what's going on or see something or see Ben smack Yana on us. You know what I'm saying? Like, you never seen nothing like that. So that's what he's saying. What the fuck are y'all talking about?
I could say, yeah, a theme that Bruce brought up to the forefront, which is hilarious. I'm not going to lie, because they have to deal with it now. And Bruce is the one that brought it to the surface. So his influence is permeating even though he doesn't interact with any of these guys. And this is the thing, BruceDropEmOff is outside. You know where to find him. If there's a fashion week, you know he's in Atlanta. If there's a fashion week or something like that, he's going to be there. But Bruce isn't going to be at these streamer events rubbing shoulders with people because he's just not into that. And you could say he burnt a lot of bridges, sure, but this is what makes him so valuable as a streamer and likely to have longevity, is that people that watch Bruce, they are there for Bruce. People that watch BenDaDonnn, are they there for BenDaDonnn? How long will BenDaDonn's graph of viewership and subs continue at the average it is right now if for 3 straight weeks he streamed with no girls, no famous celebrities?
I get what you're saying.
No, nothing
That's a
Drake
valid
involved.
point.
Not calling any of these people, just him and the camera. I'm willing to tell you that his viewership will tank like a stock that's failing. 100%. And that's a lot of these streamers that would happen to them because they rely so much on collaborations because nobody's going to clip them if they're not really doing collaborations like that. But with a BruceDropEmOff, Bruce can just, he does just sit there and his viewership is so high and his subs are high. And you can see that it's not botted because he starts this little cis narrative and it spreads throughout the entire streaming culture. And so much so that you've got this guy addressing Bruce with Bruce is on his mind rent free. This is the legitimate version of rent free. So this guy's controlling all of y'all and he's just doing it at his crib, probably laying on the...
You glazing the fuck out of Bruce right now. You talking about he controlling all of y'all and he's on his mind and he never talked. Bro, academics brung this shit up. BenDaDonnn didn't just spark up the stream and be like, you niggas with this little, y'all need to stop. Like, you feel me? That ain't what happened. Academics was trolling. He said, hey, I'm trying to get on the big bro method. And BenDaDonnn responded to it and said, I ain't on that, man. I ain't doing that weird ass shit. Like you pushing the I ain't gonna lie, bro. This you kind of glazing it up.
Beanbag chair, staring at his effing awesome skateboard decks on his wall, just laughing because he doesn't have to do all of the stuff that these guys are doing. He doesn't have to brush shoulders with all of these people. And that's valuable because that means that his career is safe. These other guys, they've got to keep hustling. And if they want to grow, that is. But yeah, I think this is hilarious. I think people are putting it on to BruceDropEmOff that he wants to be around all of these people, but I sincerely don't think he cares to be around these people. Some people make it seem like, yo, he's salty, he can't hang around the cool kids. I don't think he thinks these streamers are cool. And that's all that there is to it. But yeah, this is hilarious. BenDaDonnn is going to have to deal with this because the streaming audience is so young. And they're all going to be talking about like, damn, dude, you're with another young person. You're 40. Ben is going to keep getting, first he was just getting you're old thing. Now he's just going to keep getting the little sis thing. And BenDaDonn's content requires girls to be around. So as I'm just finishing this up, BruceDropEmOff responds to the situation.
Outside, we talking about who don't be outside. I'm not hard to find.
As he's IRL live streaming in his house, Quay did not literally fuck me. Yo, bro. Sometimes, bro, just be having boy crushes. Like, if I go outside, what are they gonna do? If I'm outside with them, if I'm not around certain people or I'm not outside around certain people, does that make me lame? Like, am I like...
I don't think that's what he's saying, bro. I don't think that's what he's saying. I think he's saying that I'm not hard to find. Meaning, if you think I'm on this weird shit, you can come find me, hang around, peep me, look at me for however long you want to look at me, and you can see. I don't think the nigga is saying he gonna whoop your ass. I don't know if he's saying about the cool shit, because niggas do be saying that, but I don't think he's saying he gonna whoop your ass when he see you. Like, I don't think that's...
People, or I'm not outside around certain people, does that make me lame? Like, am I like L? Yes. I'll be lame. Oh God, I'll be lame. I don't want to be in a room with Neon, Jack Doherty, and 20 other cameras with 30 different OnlyFans bitches that get managed by the same two that's in the room just for to try to look cool and you know what I'm saying? Like, prove that they didn't peak in high school.
I agree with that.
Yeah, just judging by this, like I said, what are they going to do? Number one, Bruce's fan base does not care or it's not going to do anything for him being a tough guy. He's not known as the quote-unquote tough guy. He's never called anybody out to a fade. He's never said he's going to run down on anybody.
But I don't think that's
at least
what
from
Ben
what
was
I've seen,
doing,
that wasn't taken as a joke. And then number two, he does make a good point, like I said earlier, where he's like, yo, I'm going to be in the same room with all of you guys. I'd rather be lame. I think part of that is him. Yeah, I really don't think he wants to be in those rooms, to be fair. He's more into fashion and music. Him and Plaqueboy Max, they have some level of crossover, and they'd probably want to be in the same rooms a little bit. But the whole streamer universe, I don't think he cares for it too much, especially after he had experienced it with Your Rage in Them. And it's funny because what they could say to Bruce is, okay, you hate all of this other stuff. You don't want to be in these rooms with us. Yeah, why do you have to keep talking about us? That's a fair point that they could make. But hey, the guy's making his content and he's just funny, dude. If you're the only people that don't find BruceDropEmOff funny are the people that he's talking about, which is fair because the narratives that he's starting on these guys is you don't want them on your name. You don't want to be BenDaDonnn organizing a collaboration and then your chat is like, oh man, here comes a 40-year-old hanging out with another 21-year-old female streamer. You don't want to be on the receiving end of that, but there's nothing you could really do about it. And this is the thing, how is BruceDropEmOff beating BenDaDonnn at being funny? BenDaDonnn is supposed to have some jokes to throw back Bruce's way, but
bro, Jesus Christ, bro. I listen, I'm cool with, I get being a fan or being on a side or being having your opinion and agreeing with one person, disagreeing, but bro, like fuck, bro. I'm not none of them people. I don't think BruceDropEmOff is funny like that, bro. I think he kind of like a little corny for real. That's just me though, and that's cool. That don't mean I hate the nigga. I want to kill him when I see him. I don't mean none of that. I just think he kind of corny, and I don't like how he start these weird ass narratives. And I really don't really see I've never really seen a clip where I was just like cracking up from BruceDropEmOff. Like he not funny to me for real. You know what I'm saying? He's not funny to me. That's just me. But all this, all this chat, he has to deal with that. No, the fuck he don't have to deal with that. What do I got to deal with? Some nigga saying some shit in a chat? So? Who cares? Y'all are watching. Y'all, like, listen, bro. Y'all think these streamers and these content creators, y'all think they care more than they do. These niggas don't get no fuck. You clicking on the stream, that's all that matters. So if you gonna say some bullshit in the chat or you gonna be supportive in the chat, it don't matter. As long as my chat say 5, 6, 10,000 live streamers or whatever the case, I'm gonna get paid the same, bro.
He's like, man, we don't see him outside. Wait, so we got the comedian turning into the I'm gonna see you outside guy? That's elite competition that BruceDropEmOff is given to BenDaDonnn.
And why does this nigga keep trying to make it seem like BenDaDonnn was like on some tough shit? Like, bro, that's nowhere near how he, like, come on, bro. The nigga was just hating at the end of the day. The nigga BruceDropEmOff was just hating, and that's what it's gonna start seeming like, bro. It's gonna start seeming like hate. You feel me? If you don't want to be around them rooms, all right, cool, bro. Don't be around them rooms. So why you keep starting these weird ass narratives with these people that's in the rooms or that's you feel me? Like that's just weird, gang. That's weird. It's weird. Just let them do what they gonna do then, bro. How the fuck you gonna keep coming on here? And I know a lot of this shit be jokes and shit like that, but you know what they do though. You know what I'm saying? You know it's gonna get taken out of context. Why we can't joke about something else? I ain't gonna joke about no nigga, you know what I'm saying, talking to some younger girl and make it seem like he weird as hell and shit. Like, I ain't doing that, bro. I joke about a lot of shit, but I ain't gonna joke about no nigga being no PDF file or none of that. You feel me?
Maybe BenDaDonnn needs to be replaced by Bruce when it comes down to announcing on brand risk. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like and subscribe and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed. And I'm going to see you on the next one.